Okay, Ovi, 40 years old, going into your 21st season, goal-scoring champion. What keeps your fire burning?
Still love the game. Still happy to come to the rink, enjoy it, and still have motivation, still have power. So we'll see.
So I got to ask you, it's the last year on your contract. What is going to go into the decision whether you're going to sign another deal or retire?
I don't know. The season just started, so we'll see how it goes, and obviously we'll make a decision later.
So you had a lot of new faces on the team last year. 20 of the 23 players are back this year. How much does that help?
Yeah, it helps a lot. Obviously, we know each other well, especially with we have a great season last year. Obviously we make the first round, but we step down in the second. So we're just going to try to do our best and be better this year.
Okay, let's have a little fun. Wayne is in the studio tonight. You're at 897, 3 goals to 900. I think he told you he was going to buy you a car if you got to 900. I know you're a car guy. What are you thinking?
I'll be honest with you, I don't remember that. I'm too old for that stuff. So, we'll see. Game by game. Just enjoy it.
Awesome. Thanks, Alex.
Yeah, thank you, man. See you guys.
I wish we had a camera on Wayne's face when that was put out there that you were buying him a car.
Buying cars now, Gretz? That was news to me. It's one thing you broke my record, now he wants to break my bank? I want a car too, Gretz. Jeez. My goodness.
He talked about, not knowing if this is the end, if this is the last season. How many times did you go back and forth?
It's one of those things, when you go into the season, people are going to ask you about it. And when you play as well as he did last year, there's fewer questions. He doesn't get asked about it all the time. But in my particular case, it was around January, February of that final year that I started feeling like, you know what, my back was hurting me. It was physically tougher and tougher for me to practice. And I hated not practicing with the guys and just playing games. So it was around January, I said to my wife, this is going to be my last year, but I don't want to do a tour. I don't want anybody to know. I just want it to kind of end. And so you know yourself as an athlete when it's time to maybe move on. And the greatest compliment that I got at the end of my career is when people came up to me and said, you could have played one more year. And that's when you know you went out at the right time.
Didn't your dad try to talk you out of it?
Oh, yeah. My dad was disappointed, let's put it that way. I went to my very first hockey game. My dad drove me. I thought my last game in New York would be so cool. I would drive my dad to the Garden. My wife said to me after the game, how was the ride? I said, oh my gosh, it was the worst ride in my life. The whole way there, he kept hitting me on the leg saying, you can play one more year. I said, no, I'm done.
That's unbelievable.
He's 3 away from 900. He was second in the NHL in goals per game last year.
Amazing.
Is there any chance that he sticks around, chases 1,000?
Yeah, I mean, it's going to come down to what he wants. And listen, that's a luxury. Very few players get the opportunity to decide when it's time, right?
Yeah.
A lot of times it's injuries or you're not getting an opportunity, but because the way he plays the game, he can continue as long as he wants to, because his game is about power. And he's still as strong as he was 10 years ago. And what I like about his game too, I feel like he's made some adjustments over the last few years in terms of where he shows up. He's not always scoring from his office, and you start to see that a few years ago where he's probably thought to himself, if I'm going to continue at this pace, I need to adjust my game a little bit, surprise teams a little bit. So it's just great to see. Remember talking about this last year. He didn't break the record just by stumbling in. He was a force last year, so I expect him to be almost as good this year. Maybe not 40 goals, but he's going to be good.
Even crazier that he broke his leg last year. Heals like Wolverine, comes back. I also think stylistically more power plays in today's NHL, so we know where his house is. And I imagine when he does retire, they're going to put, like they put the 99 behind the net, they're going to put that 8 on the weak side there at the top of the circle. But also I feel like Dylan Strome has really embraced playing with him, as well as Patra, is where they don't mind going to get the puck for him, and he can just hide in the weeds speeds and feed off of those one-timers. So I feel like stylistically his line mates are okay with him maybe not moving around quite like he once did. So even though he is playing a little bit at a slower pace, it's not affecting his goal scoring art because his teammates and his line mates have bought into that.
He gets to pick his spots. He's not as physical, so he doesn't have to run guys over all the time to recover. But also there's more empty net opportunities too, because the Caps will have a pretty good team this year also. So there'll be times late in the hockey game where the other team pulls the goalie, and I don't even think Spencer Carter has a tap number 8. He's got his leg over the boards already, ready to jump when that goalie leaves.
If I was Alex, I'd be jumping over too. Why not?
Listen, why not? He keeps cashing them in. You mentioned the fact that he keeps scoring even at this age, and he's doing it for a team that is winning right now. Last year, first in the East in the regular season.